Jai Hind students. In our last video, we covered our few topics, graphical representation of motion. But I got to know that a few students have problem in this. So I am explaining this thing again. It is distance time graph. You can see there is a heading, distance time graph. For a period of motion, this graph shows relation of time spent and the distance. So consider in first case we have uniform motion. It means if there is a body, you can see there is a body which is moving with zero, which is moving from here to from point A to point B. When we start our counting of seconds, that time is called initial time. It is called initial. And for this initial period, velocity that you get here is initial velocity, and here the end point is called the final, and velocity here is called final point, final velocity. So you can see in starting at initial point, our initial velocity is 2 meter per second, because when you travel from this point to this point, this takes 1 second and you covered 2 meter. So yes, your velocity is 2 meter per second, and in next second you can see you covered the same distance, that is 2 meter. Again your velocity is the same for this period too, and from this second to third second again you cover the same distance. It means you are traveling with the same velocity. You can see after traveling 1 second you covered 2 meter. After traveling next 1 second you traveled 2 meter again. So in 1 second you travel 2, in 2 seconds you traveled 4 meter, in 3 seconds you traveled 6 meter. So this is the movement of this body, and if we represent this movement of body on a graph, you can see there is a graph, two perpendicular axes are there. This is 90 degree here, this is xy, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and x-axis is considered as time, axis for time, and y-axis is considered as axis for distance. You can see from here, for this first second, distance traveled is 2 meter. So yes, draw a parallel line to the y-axis which goes to 1, it must be like this, and draw another line which goes parallel to x-axis, and intersecting point of these two axes is here. Now this point represents this time period and this distance traveled by the object. After one more second, total distance becomes 4 meter. So in 2 seconds body covers 4 meter, and here motion is uniform motion, so that is 4. Check it, it is here. For 3 seconds total distance traveled is 6 meter. It is here. I think you can't see. It is here. And for 4 seconds it becomes 8. So somewhere here. But what we get at 0 second, it is 0. So if we meet all these 3 points, you can see these points are collinear. Now join these points and you will get a straight line as the result of the distance time graph of a uniform motion. So yes, you can see that this is a linear graph, and this is a straight line. Now it is written here acceleration is 0, and you know what is acceleration? Acceleration is change in velocity per second, is called acceleration. And you can see here the body is covering the same distance in 1 second, 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter. So there is not any variation in velocity. That is why acceleration is 0. And in case of acceleration 0, you can see for uniform motion, distance time graph is linear or it is a straight line. Sometimes you may get a question, you have to calculate the velocity of the object from this linear graph. So how will you do that? Just consider we are given a question that here value of point A, here point A and point this B is given, and if the question is for this distance time graph which is of uniform motion, calculate the speed of or calculate the velocity of the object, then what will you do? Form a triangle here. Now this is point O. Now check that what is the total time spent from A to O, and you can see this is 2 to 4 seconds and that is 2 seconds. Okay, and here you can see that distance traveled from point O to B during this 2 to 4 seconds is what? This is here it is 8. Okay, so in 4 seconds it covered 8 meter, and after 2 seconds it covers this distance from here to here. So we have to select that this is what? This is 4. And now if you want to get the velocity, then you have to divide OB upon OA. Now see, this is 4 upon 2 and that is what? 2 meter per second. You can see that, yes, this is the velocity of us, 2 meter per second. In 1 second it covers 2 meter. So by this uniform motion graph, by this graph of uniform motion distance time graph, you can calculate the velocity of the object too. And for non-uniform motion, what we do, I think you can see the second graph too. Here the object is moving from this point A to this point B, and check for the period of 1 second, from 0 to 1 second when it covers this distance, then consider the distance is 1 meter. And here this time this is non-uniform motion, and being non-uniform motion means it is not necessary that in next second it again covers 1 meter. So we have considered that the body covers 3 meter distance from here to here, and in next second body covers 4 meter. So plot the graph of this two. This is here from 1, this is 1, this is here. After 1 second you traveled 1 meter, so this is 1 here. Okay, after 2 seconds total distance is 4 meter, so it is here, this is 2, this is 4. So this point where they both meet is this, and after 3 seconds total distance become 8. You can check 1 3 4 4 8. So after 3 seconds it becomes 8. Now this time, if you you have to do this by the scale, but video will be very long and I will face problems in uploading, so I was in haste. Make it by a ruler. Okay, now join these 3 points. What do you will get? And this time when you meet all 3 points, these 3 points, you can see this thing. This time our graph is not linear. In this time graph is linear, but this time when non-uniform motion is there, our graph is not linear. So what actually happened here is, have you heard about this term acceleration? So here acceleration increases the speed of the body suddenly. So the distance traveled per second also increases. You can see this here, body covers 1 meter in 1 second, and body covers 3 meter in second, body covers 4 meter in its third second. So we can say that here acceleration is being applied, and in this case we do not get the linear graph. Usually we get few points which are not collinear. So yes, when you join them you will get, this time graph is not linear. And what if we draw velocity time graph for uniform motion? We have again first condition, uniform motion, and we are going to plot velocity time graph. There is again a body moving with uniform motion. You can see body covers, you can see when we start our counting the seconds, body has 3 meter per second velocity, and after 1 second body has the same velocity, that is 3 meter per second, and after 1 more second body has the same velocity. And you can see for all instants traveling it has the velocity 3 meter per second. So how to plot this in the graph? Can you see this? Yes. So you can see this graph here, both the lines you can see. At initial instant, when you start your counting, means when you start your seconds counting, at 0 second body is still moving with 3 meter per second velocity. So you have to plot it here, and after 1 second the velocity of body is not going to be changed. Just because of this reason, body is under uniform motion, and after 1 second the velocity of the body is still 3 meter per second, and the point here is, this is 1, this is 3. After 1 more second the velocity of body is still 3 meter per second, and you can see this is again here. After 1 more second velocity is same because this is the uniform motion. So you can point 3 to 4 points, and these all points are collinear. Join these points, you will get a line here which is parallel to the x-axis, which is considered as axis of time. And in case you have to plot velocity time graph for uniform motion, you will get the graph like this. And here again acceleration is 0. For uniform motion acceleration doesn't exist, and here acceleration is 0. One more thing is here that we need to know. From this velocity time graph you can get distance traveled or displacement for a time span or for few seconds. And let's check how. Just consider, we have to check distance traveled for this period after 1 second and before 3 seconds. Means from here to here we are going to check the distance traveled by the body. So draw a rectangle here. Now you can see a rectangle A, B, C, D, and try to get the area of this rectangle. So see, the side of this rectangle is from 0 to 3, so it is 3, and this side of rectangle is from 1 to 3, so it is 2. 3 minus 1 becomes 2. Now if you multiply this thing, you will get the distance traveled. See, it is velocity, and here this is the time, and you know what, velocity is equal to distance upon time. So when you have to calculate distance, multiply velocity and time. Okay, this is the formula for distance. Now you get the area of this rectangle. Area of rectangle, here I have to write area. Area of rectangle is equal to what? Length into width. Length is what? 3, and width is 2, that is 6 meter. This is the distance traveled for this time period. And if you multiply the velocity of the body, that is 3 meter per second, and you are going to calculate the distance traveled for 2 seconds, speed, that is 3 meter per second, and time span is 2, again this is 6. So even if you get a question, calculate distance traveled by the body in velocity time graph, in uniform motion or in non-uniform motion, calculate the area under this graph and you will get the distance traveled. Now we have velocity time graph of non-uniform motion. Now what we do, non-uniform motion is that where acceleration is being applied. That is why it becomes non-uniform. Otherwise, it will cover uniformity in its motion. So what we do, we consider some parameters. When we started our counting for the time, when time was 0, we considered that at that instant body was in rest. Our body is in rest, that is 0. And this time body is not the human body, this is the object, and that object is in rest right now. And after 5 seconds, when you accelerated that, when you provide some motions or when you forced it, it gains the velocity of 3 meter per second. So in time 5 seconds, it gains the velocity 3 meter per second. Okay, so for this 0, we are here in this graph, this is time, this is velocity, and for this timing 0, we are here. After 5 seconds, our velocity is 3. So velocity is, after 5 seconds, velocity is 3. So this is the point which represents that. And after 10 seconds, velocity is 6. Velocity is 6 is here. But you check one thing, in each 5 seconds, you can see from 5 to 10, the variation is 3 meter per second. From 10 to 15, again variation is 3 meter per second. Variation is 3 meter per second. And again from 15 to 20, it is 3 meter per second. So we can say that here acceleration is also uniform. So you can write for uniform acceleration. We are plotting this graph. Okay. So if the question is for uniform acceleration, plot the graph of velocity time, you can write this. And after 15 seconds, the velocity is 9. So yes, it is here. After 5 seconds means after 20 seconds, it is 12. So again you got a linear expression. How? Join these points and you get a linear graph. And you can see when acceleration is uniform, in that condition velocity is continuously increasing. So here velocity is proportional to time. As time increases, velocity also increases because of this acceleration. So you can plot this graph here. And if you have a question, what is the distance traveled by this body under acceleration, uniform acceleration or non-uniform acceleration, for both the conditions, under acceleration from this time span from 5 seconds to 15 seconds. So you have to do one thing only. Check what is the area covered by this graph. Here meet these points of 5 and this graph, and from 15 to this graph you will get a trapezium, and divide this trapezium in two parts. This becomes a rectangle and this becomes a triangle. Now if you add the areas of this triangle and this rectangle, you will get your answer. Here the base is this whole is 9, and if you check, it is 6 and this is 3. Okay, this is parallel to this graph, so you can get your calculations here. This is 3, so this is also 3, and from here to here it is 6, so you can write here 6. And this is what? This is 10 seconds, so this is 10 and this is also 10. Now get the area. So area of this triangle is half into length into height, sorry, half into base into height, that is height, and that is what, 1 upon 2, and base is 6, then height is 10, and this is 5, 5 6 are 30, this is 30 meter, and get the area here, so that is 30 again, 10 3s are 30, so add 30 and 30 you will get 60 meter. Now total distance traveled in this time period from 5 to 15 seconds is 60 meter. And here is one line you have to read that. For non-uniformly accelerated motion, velocity time graph can have any shape. If I draw the graphs, these two graphs you can get in your book, in NCERT. Now let's understand the meaning of these graphs. You have a graph here of velocity and time, and you can see that at initial stage when you start your counting, you have the velocity 20 meter per second, and continuously in respect of time velocity is decreasing and eventually it becomes 0. So it is like applying brake in a vehicle. So here you can check one thing, velocity is changing, but this time velocity is decreasing. Why? Because their negative acceleration, which is deceleration, is being applied. So in this case, when you see that line of velocity is coming down, it is, in this case there is deceleration, and if you see here in initial stage velocity is 0 in this graph, and with respect to time velocity is increasing, and up for this 8-second period velocity continuously increased. Now after 8 seconds it starts decreasing, and you can see one thing here, this graph was straight, this line is straight, it means there is uniform acceleration which is of negative type, so uniform deceleration. Here from 0 to this point, this is uniform acceleration because this is a straight path, and you can see a variation in this line. This time acceleration is also not uniform, but this time this is the deceleration. Acceleration is applying in negative direction, and eventually after 16 seconds our body is again in rest.